Team Shari. Good morning. It is Wednesday, June 12th, 2024. Today and tomorrow are perhaps two of the most important trading day, economic day of this year so far. Um, for the most of this year so far, we have had very mixed economic data, very mixed. Um, and I have been saying for a long time, we need to see bad or weakening economic data more consistently in order for the Fed to consider to cut rate, right? So we have had, for the most part, mix, if not for all part mix. We may have one day weak economic data, next day strong economic data, and that pattern has been going on and on and on and on. So what we have today is the CPI, and then tomorrow we have the PPI and the weekly Thursday jobless claim. We need all three components of the econ data to be weak, and I think the narrative will once again flip back into the Fed is going to cut in September. The likelihood that the Fed will cut in September, October, November will rise significantly if we have bad econ data 2 days in a row. Not just econ data, key econ data. All right. Right. So that being said, let's talk about transport, because the transport has front run bad econ data in prior history of recession. Okay. CSX. This was two of my failed short put spread early this year. I put on two, one right here when it broke through, and one right here on this move, right? My only mistake, and I started to do a lot of put spread last December through last month. I did put spread consistently every week. Sometimes I may have 5 to 8 put spread on any given month. But CSX was two of the failure, right? Right here. I did two. Of course, I do about a month out, and it failed because, of course, CSX stay above 37 the whole time, okay? Which is nonsense, utter nonsense. But it is what it is. You can't fight stupid, okay? When things are behaving in a way that make, this is what happened when people, you know, let me go sideways a little bit. TA works until it stops working, and when it stops working, there are usually two reasons. When TA break, usually it is a strong fundamental shift in the company, the stock, like, for example, like for drug company, big pharma, good news or bad news on a drug trial, that shift the narrative, okay? And when it comes to, and that's one reason, the narrative, the story, the fundamental shift, major shift. That's how something can change TA. And then the other narrative is bad investor slash traders ignoring TA. Okay, there's people out there, both professional and amateurs or retail traders, that just don't care. They don't care. Okay, right here is, you have a bunch of people that don't care. Here you have people that say year high, all-time high, higher we go. Okay, higher we go. Be damn fundamental. Be damn potential recession. Be damn transport lead recession on the way down. Be damn. Okay, that's what you get. What I learned, at least in the last 6 months of doing bear spread, is I need to take a longer view. That's the lesson that is learned. It does not mean that um, a month is a wrong move. Sometimes a month is all you need. It's, you know, that's the art of the trade, right? It's the TA is a TA, but sometimes you can't fight stupid. All right, sometimes stupid has more money than common sense. So that's the lesson learned. Um, so sure, was it wrong to do a bear spread here? No, it's not wrong. It's wrong in the end, but if I was gonna add to the position by doing a second bear spread, do a longer one. Do a 2 months, 3 months out. Okay, so that's going forward. That's what I would do instead of like doing multiple put spread with the same time frame. Switch up and add more time because it would have been a winner. Okay, if I did the first put spread here and the second put spread here, instead of doing another 1 month, I should have do 2 or 3. It would have been a banger. Okay, would have been a banger. So that's lesson learned. And I look back at all of my uh, put spread play, and the answer is yes, they all would have worked. All of them. All of the ones I thought should go down, if I was more patient or by a longer time frame, by at least 2 months, sometimes as much as 3 months, they would have paid off. It just, I thought 1 month was enough, and the answer is no, it is not enough. Okay, spend a little more money and buy a longer time frame. Okay, because it usually works out. So CSX make no sense up here. Now, if you are a fan of channel trade down here, yeah, buy at 32, okay, 32-ish with a tight stop because once it fell out, because like I said, it can get a lot weaker. But for now, I think it's worth the risk to buy at 32.3, 32, or if you squeamish and if there is juice, sell 31.29 put spread, tight spread down here. There's a little gap down here. Okay, that I'm pretty much certain it will fill. There is also a tiny little gap here. See, tiny, right at 32.3. So if you want to go long there, it might worth a try, right? Because it's in TA you trust. FedEx, okay, being a dead horse here, make no sense here, make sense here, make no sense here for people to buy. Are you out of your mind? Make all kind of sense to buy here, make absolutely no sense to buy here, and down here, if you bought at 243, 244, you did the good thing, right? Um, would you should you sell into 255, 260? The answer is trim. Yeah, trim. But hey, channel trade, right? It works. It works for a long time, for the past year and a half. Okay, it has worked this channel. But you see this? Yeah, it can happen. You can have a devil's candle. So watch out. Things can fall out and drop all the way down to 198 in a hurry. Okay, so if you trade small. But in that channel, you trade. Right now, it is a buy. UPS came down to major multi-year support, I think. I just see this white line. Last time it came down, if you bought at 134, 135, guess what? That's a pretty nice move, right? Buy in the 130s, sell at 160. Yeah, sweet move. Yeah. Once again, now what is that white line? Well, let's go back 5 years. Go back 10 years. Yeah, that white line, previous, way back in 2018. And then you get the COVID low. Yeah, and then yeah, that's major support. Okay, so if that fail, channel low can be 126. Okay, if the economy keep weakening and goods start to be shipping even less and less and less and less, consumer buying less online, can you see 125? Absolutely, absolutely, that will break. Okay, but look at the channel, very well defined, right? So you can buy there, but be mindful that you can drop down to 125. That is a lot. You can lose 10% in a hurry. Hurry. Okay, so buy small if you want to take a nibble. This is transport related. CMI. I have not traded CMI. I've been watching CMI. Okay, and it is at the fib. I draw this in a couple days ago, and picking a starting point for fib is an art, in my opinion, and I pick it right here. Why? Okay, this is a gap down. Okay, gap down, and then exact same spot, pretty much to the, maybe not to the exact penny, but that was where it rejected, and then when it came back, and then break out. Okay, so that's a major move. Okay, so that's the starting point. That's why I leave it there and use it for this video. So if you are a fan of the golden ratio at 61.8, we're there. Okay, we are there. If you want to take a fly on CMI, JBHT, last one for today. Okay, I bought JBHT on this nasty move down. Was losing money for a while. I add to some and then I exit. Okay, I'm glad to exit, barely profit, barely. Okay, it's not even worth. I don't think I can even go to McDonald's with the profit, but at least it was not a disaster, because if I held on to it, it would have turned into a disaster, because it is literally 10%. Okay, it's ugly. When you see something going from high 160 to mid 150s, yeah, it's big. Okay, maybe not 10%, but 8%. It's ugly. No touch. Okay, no touch. This is a broken. Okay, this is broken up, right? It's whatever TA as far as this big channel. Look at this big channel. Low, high, low, high. Okay, it's beautiful channel. High, low, high. Yeah, that's the end of that channel. So now we're looking at a potential down channel, right? The question is, where can it go? If this is a new channel, like how low can this go? Well, let's see. Let's see if we can draw in. Okay, first thing we do, let's remove some nonsense, right? This is over. Is there a way? Is there a channel developing? Probably not. Too early. Okay, too early. So if that, let's say, if that is potentially a channel, is there something here? Is there something here? Potentially. Still a down channel. I'm gonna leave it there, okay? Because it's a touch, it's kind of a weak. I'm gonna leave it there. I might delete it later, but for now, it is a broken stock. And if this fail, okay, if this, I'm gonna make this a white line so that it's stand out more. Yeah, if that fail, oh boy, okay, oh boy. We can go all the way down to 144. Yeah, there's a gap fill way down here at 108. Yeah, if anything, it should cause you concern because look, it's, trucking is a big part of an economy. Big, big, big. Okay, everything. Trucking even more than railway. Even more. Okay, even more. To me, trucking. Well, think about this before I go. This is a long enough video, but it's worth talking about it. A lot of things I ship railway. A lot. Big ticket item. Okay, think about it. Refrigerator. There's many things, but for sure, it's a bigger ticket item. It's the durable good stuff. Okay, things that doesn't get spoiled on the truck or on the railway. Big ticket item, heavy stuff. Okay, what do you think I ship with trucking? Yes, you have, you know, clothing, things that are pretty much not staple, but discretionary, many things like that, right? But food, okay, restaurant, food, anything, food related stuff has to go by truck. Even beer, water, everything, the necessities, the kind of things that, you know, can't sit on a railway. Eggs, you name it, food, meat, vegetable, everything. So when the consumer are hurting, when they stop going to restaurant, when they eat less, trade down, all kind of that stuff, it will slow down on the trucking. Okay, it's sure. Is that are there other things that are shipped by truck? Absolutely, absolutely. I'm not saying that JB Hunt only ship food and water. Okay, so get that nonsense out of your head. I'm just saying that those things are used by truck more than rail. So they are showing big sign of weakness here. Okay. On top of that, if you pay attention to the news, at least one big, long time, multi-decade trucking company went out of business recently, like last month, I believe. So yeah, be careful. Is it worth a buy here? Eh, okay. Technically, here's a final thought. TA wise, it is. Fundamental wise, it is not. Right? If for those that follow me long enough, I have always talked about the best chart, the best stock to trade is one where you have fundamental support as well as TA support. Okay, with both, when both of those things are aligned, it's easy to trade a stock. When you have good TA, bad fundamental, oof, tough. And vice versa, the same thing. If you have good fundamental but bad TA, it's also tough. It's easier than the other situation. Okay, but I own plenty of stock with, I think, good fundamental but bad TA just because it's out of favor. You know, there's only so much money in the market, and if they choose to chase Nvidia, if they choose to chase Tesla or Apple, they gotta sell something to put money into Nvidia or whatever is hot, right? So those are the situation where the sector that is out of favor are doing poorly even when they have good fundamental. Okay, so there are multiple reasons why even good fundamental can have bad TA. I don't mind owning those. I do not mind owning good fundamental with bad TA because those can be repaired fairly quickly. By quickly, I mean it might take a quarter or two, but it usually resolves itself. When you have bad fundamental, oof, it can fail. The bottom can fall out. Okay, with good TA but bad fundamental, it can fall out and hurt you badly. I saw that happen way too many times. So that's it. Sorry for this extra long session, but it's worth talking because the big data is coming in about 2 hours, something like that. Yeah. All right. Good luck, people. It's going to be a long day.